All right. You got your pens and papers. You got your notepad, your phone, and your laptop. You sound like if you're ready. But first, let me know where you're hailing from. This is where you get to shout your teams, your business partners. Let me know who's on the call. All right, all right. We got St. Lucia on the line, Jamaica on the line, Barbados is on the line, we got St. Martin on the line. Let's go, guys. Houston, Grenada. Shouts to the seven-figure freedom. Where the I believers at? Where are my believers at? All right, the real MVPs, and that's with an S. That's okay if you only need one believer. We all can believe together. And we got some amazing events coming up. You want to make sure that you're plugged in so that you can get all of the necessary information to help you go to the next level, so you know what is going on with our team. So let's go, guys. Y'all ready? Give me a ready in the chat. All right, let's go, guys. Let's go. We got on Mondays here in Barbados. We had a trade house event yesterday. Let me see how many persons were at that trade house event, guys. People were actually with their laptops, their phones, their tools, their power tools, guys, learning on the charts live from Master Trader Memorial Wilkinson. He was laying down the facts about the market and how you can become better in the market. Guys, I know y'all had a fantastic, I saw a fantastic time. I saw some snaps, guys. I know some of you caught some pips out of that session. If you caught some pips out of the trade house session, every single Monday it goes down at this event here. So this venue event, you want to make sure you take a picture of it. All right, make sure you have that location, because here's where you get to sharpen your skills every single Monday once you're in Barbados. And if you're not in Barbados, guys, we still got you covered, because every single Thursday, right, online training. So you want to make sure that you're plugged in right here on this link. Make sure that your team is also plugged in as well. And we are going to sharpen and share with each other our skills. This skill set really is a beautiful skill set to learn, guys. And once you get the hang of it, guys, you heard during the week, you know, testimonies of persons crushing the market. Guys, this is where we want to get every single one of you on that level. So make sure that you're plugging into the events, right? Taking notes, asking the questions so that you can get the answers to go to that next level. I know all of you want to go to another level because you Even if you just going started or if you were in for a while, you want to make sure that you're always elevating, right? So on Wednesdays and Fridays, guys, we have the opportunity called online. So this is where every single person can literally invite every person possible, right? That they want to share this opportunity with, persons who are looking for another way that they can bring in income into their households, and they can teach other persons as well. They want to make sure that they're on this call so that they can have the information necessary to get started with this vehicle, right? So it's like you bringing them to get them the key for this vehicle, right? We're going to showcase the car, but we're going to give you the key so you know you can start the engine for this vehicle. So make sure persons are on the call. So all right, over and away in Jamaica, guys, you want to make sure you take pictures of this. You can know you have teammates in Jamaica. You want to make sure that they're also plugged in as well, right? Make sure that they're also plugged in as well on these sessions, right? I know Deborah Bills will come and explain a little bit more, very, very soon about what's happening in Jamaica, because I noticed that there's a transfer of energy, there's a transfer of wealth of persons who are having success in Jamaica, and they're going to have a huge culture of winners, guys, and successful persons. And guys, you want to make sure that you are in that environment if you are in Jamaica. Also coming up, if you haven't have your tickets, guys, womp. I heard that, the early bird tickets are no more, right? They're no more. So you want to make sure you go and check the website so you can see what price is there now. And this is the location in Dallas, right? Where we are having the huge event where many entrepreneurs are coming together, many other traders across the world are coming to share the knowledge, get more knowledge so that they can also sharpen their skills as well, right? And also, a very great avenue for you to get that ticket, that free VIP ticket or general ticket, right? Is you to go to the next level, and that level of P150, right? That level of P150. And then you submit that information to our very own, there is an email address. I don't know if Dennis can drop that email address that they can submit the information for us, right? And you can get that VIP ticket, right? And then you only gotta think about flying and accommodation. So guys, opportunity knocks for you again, right? Don't miss the last bus. Looking at the first one that just went. Make sure you're always ready to go. Thank you so much, Miss Hines. All right. So Deborah Anville's super leader in Jamaica, having tremendous amount of success. Guys, she's creating waves over there, and she's going to join me on the call right now because we are going to celebrate, right, guys? I want you to type celebrate in the chat with these new breaking ranks that we had last week, guys. These guys have been crushing it, putting in the work, and having results. Deborah Anville, are you there?
Absolutely. And guys, just drop some fire, drop some congratulations because these people, these three persons worked their butt off. All right. They literally put in the work to actually get here. All right. So I want everybody. How many persons do we have on the line, Ron? Around 50 plus. Everyone needs to drop a congratulations or some fire in the chat right now because we need to celebrate these persons. Okay, it's absolutely crucial that we celebrate each other because they literally did what was required to get to this level. They were coachable. They didn't try doing this on their own, right? And they got it done. So huge congratulations to Kevin, to Tanisha, to Deidre. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys are killing it. And I know that this is only the beginning. With that being said, I don't know if Tanisha is on the line. And just within like 30 to 60 seconds, just come on and just talk a little bit about your process and how do you feel right now and what was your biggest takeaway in actually hitting Platinum 150? Are you on the line, Tanisha? Okay, I'm not hearing her. But if Deidre or Kevin is online, you guys can also hop on and just talk a little bit about how your process works.
Okay, I think Tanisha's mic just needed
Yes,
to be unmuted.
it's unmuted now. Thank you. Hi guys. Wonderful and free. All right. So it was a very, very tedious process. Um, I just want to thank all of the persons on my team for the support. Um, Working a full-time job, starting with the industry, with this opportunity. I didn't necessarily knew what I was doing, but you guys made it easy just to have a support system that's second to none in IML. I am just amazed with everybody, coming on board and helping as best as they could. Sometimes when I ask my uplines or persons around me questions, sometimes I feel like they're stupid questions, but they're always like, eager to assist. And when it comes to launch calls and all that stuff, I'm shocked that, the big man, Akeem, took time out of his busy schedule to, help me with my launch calls and stuff, and Deborah on board. And it was just amazing. If I text message Akeem and ask him anything, he's always there, responsive, and Kai, always there to assist. It's not easy, people. It's not an easy process, but guess what? They always say, get it done, and that's what was on my mind constantly. Coming from an industry of the hospitality industry where you had to work so hard, 18 hours a day, 19 hours a day. The next day you have to wake up and be as happy as possible to get the work done. I know what hard work is, and I'm not afraid of hard work. So for me to achieve this, it's just a small milestone for a lot of people, but to me, it's huge. And when persons were were congratulating me, and I was thanking them, I was like, oh my God, tears start falling down. I was like, don't let me cry. Like, everybody was like, congrats, I know you could do it. And yeah, a couple months in the industry, it's what, 8 months, and I'm platinum 150, and I'm so proud of myself. Thank you guys. Thank you. Back over to you guys.
All right, awesome. Do you guys hear excitement? Do you guys hear the level of just
Yeah.
and that's just what
No.
it's really about. Really helping each other and helping everyone go to the next level. Deidre, are you still on the line? Are you able to hop on and say something? Hey, Deidre, I just unmuted you, so you can go ahead. All right. Okay. All right. So she's saying that she's having some technical difficulties. But is Kevin on the line? Let me see. Kevin. Kevin. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm not seeing Kevin, but guys, they have absolutely crushed it. And just look out for next week to see some brand new Platinum 50s being popped. Why? Because Forex works. Why? Because trading works. All right. So, guys, investing in yourself to get the best interest, that's exactly why you are here, right? It's to gain the knowledge. All right. And when you apply this knowledge now, because guess what? We can always talk about anything. We can talk about everything under the sun that's going to help you get success. But if you do not apply it, all right, what's going to happen? Nothing. Okay. So don't just keep the information, don't just keep it in your head and keep it to yourself, but let it out. All right. Put in the daily activity. You know what needs to be done. No, you just need to take the massive action and get it done. That's where you're gonna literally start seeing success. That's when you're gonna start seeing results. Now, your attitude, that's just absolutely important. As you heard from Tanisha, yes, it took a while, but what? She was always consistent. She was always happy and grateful. She was always plugged in, right? She always had an attitude where no matter what it took, right, no matter how long it took, she was going to get there. And having that attitude, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely crucial because success is inevitable. All right, it is absolutely inevitable. But what differentiates the process is your attitude. Okay. And then what you're going to be learning is the skill sets. Why are the skill sets important? Because trading is a skill set, just like network marketing is a skill set. This is not a hobby. Just like in trading, we always say, listen, if you treat this like a hobby, you're going to get paid hobby money. So if you treat network marketing like a hobby and not like a business, then expect to see little to no results. Having a skill set, right? Having network marketing as a skill set and actually treating it as such is going to literally help you take your business from A to Z. And whatever you do on a daily, consistent basis is going to show up in the end. Guys, drop a C in the chat if you want to go chairman. And I want you guys to be totally honest. Drop a C in the chat if you want to go chairman. Don't say C if you don't mean it. Don't drop a C if you don't mean it, but just drop it there if you are absolutely committed to the process, right? And you're willing to do what is necessary to hit chairman. Okay, I see the C's coming in. And what I want to tell you right now is that whatever you're doing on a daily basis, that's going to help you go chairman. That's going to differentiate how long it takes you to go chairman. And I want you guys to really think about this, and I want you guys to write this down. Write it down whenever this call is finished. What are your daily habits? All right, because it literally will change everything for you. So with that being said, guys, that's where we come to the end of the book. That's where we come to the end of Bcash. And what I'm going about to do is actually introduce, two individuals. They're very special. I hold them dear to my heart. Why? Because they have literally changed my life. I know that they have changed hundreds of lives across the world, and they're just doing an amazing thing. They're having crazy impact. And, this is just the beginning for them. And I want you guys to really pay attention to what they have to say, right? Because they have the results that you want. I saw those C's in the chat, and I want you guys to really, listen to what they have to say. So guys, Mr. Kyle Lashley, Mr. Akeem Bourne, and without further ado, over to you guys.
Hey Deborah, Ron, can you guys hear me?
Good night.
Yeah,
good night.
Loud and clear.
Awesome, man. Well, let's give it back to both Ron and Deborah, man, for hosting the call every single Tuesday. And shout outs to all of you guys who are on the line tonight. This call is a very special call, as you guys would have known. If you have a group, if you have a set of leaders that are part of our opportunity, that are part of a Markets Live, and they're not on this call, we really want everyone to encourage their teams to get on, because we know that this is a next level call. And this is not hype. This is not me trying to gas you up. But Kai and myself today, we were in the store, and we were just talking and masterminding about how we can take the group, how we can take the takeover, how we can take this leadership movement to a whole nother level. And I think we cracked the code tonight. And we're going to talk about that tonight because, as you guys know, we're moving into convention. It's getting closer. We're less than 68 days away, or probably 67 days away from convention. And as you guys know, these events transform lives. These events help people go to the next level. But this is the key. We want to transform lives before we even get to convention. We don't want to wait until, we get to convention to hear from David Emaniti, to hear from the CEO, to hear from Alex Morton, to then want to take action and want to go to the next level. We want to start tonight. And what Kai and myself are going to be talking about is what we believe is the key that we've been missing not missing, because I don't want to say missing, is the key that we haven't been using more so. Because it's not that we didn't know We just haven't been using it to the advantage, which allows for us to grow, which then by extension allows the entire team to grow. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. And I really want you guys to take your pens and papers out so you can understand and follow with us where we're going tonight, because we want you to be on the same page as us. Kai and myself, we're on the same level, we're on the same page, and we're going to a new level now. And our goal is to bring the team with us, because as you guys know, 10 brand new six-figure earners, that's the goal. Chairman 25, that's the goal. And we believe that it is done with the information that we're going to share with you tonight. So Kai, you can take it over, bro. And then we're going to tag team.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, listen, I want to see the numbers on this call go up. That means you got to be hitting up your team right now. Send them a personal message and let them know, listen, they need to be on this call, right? Don't send them a message in a group chat. Send them a message directly and let them know, listen, if you are not plugged into this call, get on this call ASAP. Go through the participants, see who's there, and let them know to come on to this call. I'm very serious about this because, guys, it doesn't make sense that you are just here, right, and your team is not here. We want everybody going to the next level, everybody getting this information at the same time so that all of us can run the same time, right? So get your teams on. You're not seeing these numbers moving. Get your teams on. Let them know you need to be here, right? You need to be here. Like Akeem said, we literally cracked the code. We literally found the means of taking this entire organization to the next level. And if you guys want to go to the next level, if you're on this call, you want to go to the next level, you want to hit the next rank, you want to take your business to the next level, drop some fire. Actually, drop a 7 in the chat, right? 7 is the number of completion. Drop a 7 in the chat if you're on this call and you want to go to the next level.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, the 7's coming in.
The 7s are flying in.
That's what I'm
good.
talking
I see the numbers increasing on the call as well. And guys, this is how you want to be for every call. Do any call, don't just come on by yourself. Hit your teams and get them on to the calls as well. Perfect. So I see all you guys are on. I see all you guys want to go to the next level. Share for sure all those 7s. Perfect. Good. So guys, listen, man. This is, like Akeem said, we are literally about 60, 65 days or so out from convention. All of you guys, like you said, you want to go to the next level. You want to take your business to the next level. But, at the right now, I want you guys to really think first and foremost, about where you are, right? I want you to think about where you are. And that is where we started today, right? We started at the point of where are we at right now? Right?
That's right.
Where are we at?
Let me just jump in here real quickly, because that's exactly what I have in my notes as well. Because before, I know you guys to write this down, before we can go to a next level, before we can level up, before we can improve, we need to know what our current status is. Before I can move and go to a new level, I need to know what's my current level. I need to know what's currently happening in my business. And that's what Kai and myself, we were talking about today. Just to give you some insight into our chairman conversation, just to give you some insight into what two leaders were talking about today, so that you can understand where we're going, because we figured out and understood where we've been at, right? And today we were talking about what was happening with the group. How people are coming on board, but they're not staying on board. We have the vision of 10 brand new six-figure earners, but some people just have not bought into the reality that it can happen for them. Although you're hearing of stories like Nikki, although you're hearing of stories like a Share, although, yes, Kai and myself, you're hearing of all these success stories, of individuals who are making money from trading, right? But some people have not bought into the idea that it can happen for them. And because they haven't bought into that truth, they don't really believe that it can happen for them. It affects their activity. It affects their production. It affects their coming out and plugging in, right? And then guess what? It affects their trading. It affects their business. And we wanted to make a shift. We wanted to say, you know what? Because there's so many leaders in the company, and I want you guys to follow me here. because as chairman, we have the ability to connect with other chairmen and talk to them and find out what they've been doing, what has been working, what not, what hasn't been working as well. And I want to tell you guys this: the same way that success leaves clues, failure does too. Please write that down. The same way that success leaves clues, failure does too. And sometimes we think that failure is, not hitting our goals, not ranking up, and not achieving a certain time frame. I want to tell you this: the only failure in network marketing, the only failure in what we're doing here in this industry of network marketing, in this business I markets life, the only failure is when you quit. The only time you fail is when you quit. Everything else is part of your journey. Everything else is part of your process. Everything else is part of your marathon. Everything else is part of it. And if you understand that, then everything will take its course, because I'm telling you, it will all make sense. When Kai and myself, and I'm coming to pass it back over to you in a minute, when Kai and myself we're bouncing ideas off of each other, we're thinking about other chairmen, other leaders that have massive momentum and have movements in their organization. What we realized is that their movement is not just a movement because they have a chairman. And I need you guys to follow me, because the individuals that catch this, you will go chairman in our organization. So please follow me here. They are not, when you look at Bryce, who's a chairman 50, when you look at Riyadh, who's a chairman 10, like us, about to break chairman 25, when you look at Justin Owens, who's a chairman 20, who came in the company, after us, just like Bryce, I went to chairman 25. When you look at Gary McSween, who's a chairman 100, one of the highest income earners in our entire company, probably like number 3, right? They all have movements in their organization who are on the same page and have bought into the goal, have bought into the dream, have bought into the cause that the chairmen have created. Follow me. I'm bring examples to show you. I'm going to pass it back over to Kai. When you look at Bryce, right? Bryce went to chairman 50 because he has a movement of young people who have bought into the truth that at one day, at one point in their life, it will all make sense. How many of you guys can agree with that? How many of you guys have heard that tag from Bryce's group? It would all make sense. You guys ever heard that before? We know that. Bryce is telling his group that at some point in time, you're going to have success. At some point in time, it's going to happen for you. We know it's all going to make sense. When you look at Riyadh Jones, how many of you guys have heard of bamboo season? Does that sound familiar? You guys heard of bamboo season before, right? We've realized that, excuse me, with all that's happening in everybody's group, everybody's experiencing the same thing. But because they in Riyadh's group have bought into the vision that, hey, this is my bamboo season. A lot of my success is happening underground. And I may not see it now, but I know at some point in time, I'm gonna sprout up in the air because it's my bamboo season. You see how it all makes sense, and bamboo season are very similar. Then we've got Justin Owens, whose campaign, whose mission is run the play. Does that sound familiar to you guys? Anybody ever heard that? And I mean, if you're hearing me call these names on this line and you don't know who these leaders are, you want to write them down and you want to follow them. Because if you're just plugging into Kai and myself, as a matter of fact, if you're not plugging into Kai and myself, then you're already setting up yourself to fail, because you're probably going to end up quitting. But if you're not plugging into Kai and myself, or Riyadh Jones, Chad Thompson, David Imaniti, Alex Morton, Bryce Thompson, all of these leaders who are more successful than us, right? Then I don't know what to say, because I can almost guarantee that you're not going to survive the industry. And I look at the words that I use. I never said you're going to quit. I said you're not going to survive the industry, because this is not a 9-to-5 thing where you can just come and just function at a mediocre level and just be paid a consistent check. No, in network marketing, you get paid for the person that you become. And if you want to earn more money, then you have got to become more. But let's talk about Justin Owens. You guys know Justin Owens, Chairman 25 from Atlanta. Justin Owens and his leadership group, they have their campaign, Run the Play. Regardless of what happens, run the play. regardless of what happens in your business, it's bamboo season, you're in your bamboo season, regardless of what happens, it will all make sense. Look at Gary McSween, impact 20,000. Regardless of what happens in your business, remember the goal is to impact 20,000. And Kai and myself, we had to come up with our campaign in the group. Because yes, 10 brand new six-figure earners, that's the goal. 10 brand new six-figure earners, that's the plan. But we have realized that not all the individuals in our team have bought into that. They don't believe it. Thank God that Ashera came and became another story to help with the belief. But I know there are people on this call that think 100 grand is out of their reach. It's out of their reach. And what kind of myself today figured out that we need to create a cause in our group that everyone can buy into, even if 10 brand new six-figure earners sounds too far, sounds like a stretch. Because when you hear it, it would all make sense. That doesn't sound like a stretch. When you hear bamboo season, that doesn't sound like a stretch. Sounds like a journey. When you hear it all makes sense, sounds like a journey. When you hear run the play, it sounds like a process. And that's what we're going to be talking tonight, because we have created our own campaign, what we will be speaking and saying and declaring and repping and branding and using for the rest of our journey in this industry of network marketing. And we're launching it tonight because we know that this is going to take us to the next level. So Kai, over to you, brother, and you can unleash the sauce.
Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, listen, I'm actually right now just pacing up and down my bedroom because I am excited. I really believe this is going to take us to the next level. Whatever you're doing right now, I want you to focus in, pay close attention, write this down, right? Because this is it for the next rest of your life, right? Not for the next 90 days, not for the next 6 months. This is it for the rest of your life, the rest of your existence in this organization. This is going to help you take your business to the next level. And the first thing I want you guys to write down, right? The first thing I want you to write down is it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's a marathon and not a sprint. Might sound simple, but here's what I want you guys to really think about when you are writing this down. Remember, like Akeem said, this is a journey. Remember, like every other chairman, every other campaign, every other movement, this is a process. When you understand that this is a process, when you understand this is a journey, the destination right now doesn't matter. Right? The destination is not what matters. What matters is the process. What matters is the journey. What matters is the marathon that you guys are running and not the short-term sprints. Right? We're not taking short-term sprints. We're not running from here to there. This is a process. This is a journey. And here's what's going to happen in the journey. You're going to get ups and downs. Right? In the journey, you're going to experience challenges. In a journey, right? You're going to experience setbacks, things that are going to come in your way to try to stop you. And here's what I want you guys to write down, because this is what you're going to be focusing on, right? When all of these things come up against you, right? When you've got the obstacles, when you've got the issues, when you've got the struggles, when you've got the things that come up in your life, when you take the L's, when you take those losses, right? When things are not going the way that you want, here's what needs to be in your mind. Just run. I want you guys to write this down, right? Put it in the chat, right? Just run. Put it in the chat. I want you guys to type it and put it in the chat, right? Just run. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter what's happening. Just run. You're experiencing problems. You're prospecting. You're sharing this with a lot of people. They're not catching the vision. It don't matter. Just run, right? It don't matter. Just run, right? You're sharing the opportunity. It doesn't matter. Just run. You're taking those L's. It doesn't matter. Just run. You're focused, right? You're focused on the process, not the destination. You're focused on the journey, not the destination. And we are all running. Let me see who's running with us, because we are running with the runners, right? Drop some ones in the chat if you're running. Drop some ones in this chat if you are running. Just run.
Right? I want to say something here real quickly, Clay, right? And as we were thinking about it today, as we were masterminding, as we were really picking each other's brains and thinking about how we can take this thing to the next level, you know what came to us? Guess what? As we run, we become. Please write that down. As we run, we become. Because there's some of us that are trying to become. We're trying to hit Chairman 10. We're trying to hit our next goal. We're trying to do all of these different things, not understanding that it's a process that we have to go through. And what seems to be failure, what seems to be the setbacks, that's all part of the process. That's all part of the running. And until we get that revelation, because look at it. I remember when I heard Bryce say, because the first time I met Bryce, right? Bryce was a platinum 5,000. A platinum 5,000. And yes, Bryce went to Chairman 50 in a record-breaking time, faster than many people in the company. But listen, we don't know the struggles, we don't know the setbacks, we don't know the experiences, the things that he would have faced on his journey, but he made sure that he kept moving forward because he understood that it will all make sense. He understood that at some point in time, he's going to be recognized for what he was doing, all the work that he was putting in, all the sacrifice that he was making, everything that was occurring for him and not to him. Please write that down. Please write that down. Everything that's happening in your business is occurring for you, not to you. So when you enroll someone and they quit the next day, that's happening for you, not to you. You need to understand that when you said you go to trade and you put in the trade, like for example, I lost some money on Bitcoin last night, and I'm like, all right, feel bad, but still I gotta keep moving forward. I gotta make sure that I continue to run, because if I stop, the moment that my feet stop moving, watch this, please write this down. The moment that I stop moving my feet, I don't get closer to my goal. If I stop moving my feet, I don't get closer to my goal. This is why, despite all that's happening, we need to just run. We need to just run. I don't know what the situations are on this line. Somebody may be on the brink of quitting. They may be saying, I don't want to do this thing anymore because all I'm doing is paying my subscription. All I'm doing is spending money and not making any money. I want to tell you this, just run. Don't focus on what's happening now. Look into the future, understanding that everything you're experiencing right now is part of your process. And if you just keep running, if you just keep moving forward, you will reach your destination. If you look closely, because I know somebody may be saying, man, that ain't really that deep. Exactly. Because success is not deep.
That's right.
Write this down. Success is always by design. It's a simple thing, success is very simple. It's a very simple process. It is always by design. It doesn't have to be deep. If I look closely, and in my years of the industry, what I've realized is that individuals that try to be deep and who are trying to be so profound without it coming natural to them, they don't have massive success. You just need to follow your process, follow your journey, do what's required. Because if you look, right, all of us are doing the same thing. Riyadh Jones, Chairman 10 about to break Chairman 25. Presentations, promoting. What's the last one? What's the 3 P's? Presenting, promoting. What's the third P? We went through this. There we go. Leah is sharp. Prospecting, presenting, and promoting. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is where we are going to grow. And the reality is that, and I'll pass it back over to Kai. The reality is that all around the world, all successful individuals are saying the same thing. All of them. If you look at Riyadh, if you look at Bryce, if you look at Justin Owens, they're all saying the same thing in their group. It's just worded differently. And we're saying the same thing now as well, just worded differently. And I am telling you this, as we begin to brand this, the same way that Bamboo Season has been branded, the same way that It All Makes Sense has been branded, the same way that Run the Play has been branded, the same way that Impact 20,000 has been branded, as we begin to brand this as part of our community, as part of our campaign, as part of the takeover, that is what we're doing. I am telling you, the amount of ranks that we're going to break, because it's not like people aren't working. It's not like people aren't running. I mean, we're not talking to the individuals that are just trying to see if this thing will work. No, we're talking about the people that we're talking to the people that really want success, that really want to see their lives transformed, that really want to be financially free, because you are doing what's required and you have bought into the vision that if you keep running, your life will change. I am telling you, watch what's going to happen in the next 6 to 9 to 12 months. Some of you, your life is going to be never the same. So back over to you, okay.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. Listen, man. I hope you guys are really capturing this thing, right? Because it sounds so simple, right? It sounds so simple, but that's all it takes. One foot in front of the other, right? One foot in front of the other. The only way that you lose, the only way that you fail is as soon as you stop running, as soon as you stop moving. Constant movement is going to lead to progress, right? Constant movement produces progress. You've always got to be moving. You've always got to be running, right? And when you're running, guys, right? When you're running, I want you to run your race. You know, you're not running my race. You're not running, Akeem's race. You're not running any of the leaders' race. You're running your race, right? Your life, your journey, your process. So don't compare yourself to anybody else, right? I guess to write this down. Compete, but don't compare, right? Each person's process is different, right? Each person's process is different, but you've got to go through the process, and not just go through it. You got to grow through that process, right? You've got to grow through that process. And like Akeem said, as we run, we become, right? The faster you go through the process, the faster you become. I mean, it makes sense, right? The faster you go through the process, the faster you become, the faster you run, right? And that's why I love this, because it's like you right now, you're like the horse, tunnel vision, with the blinders on. Nothing is distracting you right now. Nothing is hindering you. All the persons that are hating and saying, man, those things don't work, this thing is not for me, that's fine, right? That's fine. Blinders are on. You're focused, tunnel vision, and you are just running, right? You are just running. And literally, that is where it's going to start. You got to make the decision tonight on this call that you are going to run, right? Because literally, when you hear me say, I'm not just saying it, I am running with the runners, right? And whoever wants to walk, I am sorry, because right now I am running, right? I am running. So who wants to run? Let's run. Because I'm telling you, lives are going to be changed. Lives are going to be transformed in a way that you guys have never seen in these last 2 years. People are going to go to the next level, but it's going to start with you guys personally. For all of you plugged into this call, all 94 of you plugged into this call tonight, and I'm glad to see all of you guys on the line. For all 94 of you plugged into this call tonight, you've got to make the decision, first and foremost, that you're running, right? You've got to make the decision that you are going to go to the next level in these next 60 days, in these next 90 days, in these next 6 months, in this next year. Are you going to be, right, in the same place next year? I want to ask yourself this question. Am I going to be in this same position come 12 months later?
And let me, okay, I just want,
go ahead.
Now the reason why, because as you're talking, I'm seeing. As you're talking, I'm visualizing the movement, the success of the group. And this is what I'm seeing. Can you believe it? I'm seeing runners on a track. And if you're just moving your feet, if you're just running, then it's impossible for you to be the same place you are.
That's right.
Year. It's impossible. That's why this thing is so powerful. And we need to catch this. If we just run, it's almost mandatory that we're going to be at a new level. And here's what I want to say, guys, because now I'm starting to really, this thing is really starting to open up in my mind. When you track your progress, right? When you look at where you've been, obviously, because Kai and myself, we've been looking at our journey in network marketing. Every single year, it has gotten better and better and better. And it may not feel as though we are having significant success. I mean, because we know of people who are making like ridiculous money. But this is the point. Because we have kept moving forward, we did not stop. We did not go stagnant. Because we are on this track, we're all on this journey to success. We're all on this track together. Different lanes. Remember, everybody's in their own lane, but we're all heading towards the same thing. And because I kept moving my feet because Kai kept moving his feet. We are not the same place that we were last year. So you got to ask yourself, if you are at the same point that you were, or you're further behind, then you got to ask yourself, what's wrong with my technique? Because if you think as a runner, if I'm not moving forward, although I said that I'm moving my feet, then my technique has to be wrong. Maybe I'm moving my feet, but I'm running backwards. What's happening? So as Christ said, if you are in the same place you were 6 months ago, or if you are here and you feel like you aren't moving forward, two things. The real question, are you sure you're running? Because again, we could deceive ourselves. We could think that we're doing, we're doing our best, but we're not doing what's required. And that's probably part of the technique, the lack of technique, where people are getting burnt out. People want to quit because I'm talking to people, I'm doing this, I'm doing all these things, but are you doing what's required? Are you following, are you running the play? Are you following the plan? Are you doing what's required to ensure that when you move your feet, I'm thinking like an athlete. I know that as an athlete, Kai was an athlete as well. When I move my feet a particular way, when I move my arms a particular way, when I do certain things a particular way, it gives me particular results. If I don't follow that technique, if I don't follow that system, then guess what happens? I don't get the results that are required for me, or are destined for me, if I should say. So back whatever you could.
Yeah, listen, bro, listen, because what's happening, what just came to me in this as well is like, what's required, yeah, in terms of our action, but then what's required in terms of our mindset, right? Because again, we can't go forward with a backward mindset, right? I don't want you to write that down. You can't progress, you can't move forward with a backward mindset. We have a mindset of going backwards, but we're trying to run forward. No, the two have got to align. So even as we are about to run, right? Even as we are running, even speaking out right now, we are running, your mindset, right, has to speak that, has to exude that, has to, give off that as well. Your mindset has to be there, because you're not going or you're not going to progress with the mindset that you want to stay the same. You want to stay in the same position, right? You can't arrive if you never depart. It's that simple. All right?
Strong.
That's it right there.
Strong.
You can't arrive if you never depart. You've got to move from where you are so you can get to where you want to be.
We got to get out the starting block, man.
Bruh.
We got to start moving. We got to start running. And even as we start running, we got to keep running. Just run, regardless. And I mean, I don't know. I'm scrolling through the list of names that are on the call right now. And as I see different leaders who are experiencing different challenges, who are experiencing, different scenarios and their journey is different. This is what I know. The solution is just keep running. Just run. Just run. If you are 2 people away from breaking your next rank, or if you deranked and you're 15 people away from breaking your next rank, if you have been 5 people away, right? You've been 5 people away. I heard what's his name? Jason Brown and Matt Russell on their call. They said something that was so powerful, where you hit a rank and you think that you are stuck. You're not stuck. Anybody knows what they said? Anybody can remember what Matt Rosa and Jason Brown were talking about on when they did the seven figure mentorship call? Some of you guys remember when he was talking about being stuck, and people said, they feel stuck, they're not moving forward. And he said, no, it's not that you're stuck. It's just that your business has become, you reached a point where it's stability. That Roger took the words out of my mouth. That's it right there. You're not stuck. Your business is stable. What a successful mindset, because you understand the difference in mentality there. And that's like an athlete who's running and saying, oh my goodness, I can't seem to get a faster time. I can't seem to get a faster time. When in truth and in fact, it's not that you're max potential. It's just that you have got to a point where you need to go to a new level, a new support level you're at. You need to create a new level. And that's how we've got to be thinking here. That's how we got to be talking, guys, because for every scenario, the solution is just run. Just run. Just run. And we need you guys to buy into it. Because if you don't buy into it, then the momentum that's going to be that needs to be created from a movement, because catch this, we are a team of individuals who plan to create 10 brand new six-figure earners. But it only becomes a movement when there's motion. It only becomes movement when there's motion. And if there's no motion, I almost said in the ocean, right? Watching too much Grant Cardone, right? Starting to rap here, right? But there's no motion in the group. If there's no momentum in the group, then we can't become a movement. If it is just 3 people, 4 people, out of the 500 plus that we have in our group, we need to all catch this thing. That's why we're painting the vision. And if you are faithful enough, again, and this is not me comparing our group, other groups out. It's us as leaders looking at what's working, because remember, success leaves clues. Bamboo season, people have bought into that. People buying bamboo trees. You know what I mean? It all makes sense. People buying bands and stuff because they bought into the truth that at some point in time, it doesn't matter what struggle we're experiencing. It doesn't matter what my bank account looks like. These guys were broke. No, Bryce. Oh my goodness, Bryce Thompson never did network marketing before. That's what I'm telling you guys. It's a simple formula for this thing. You know, if you do what's required, you will get success. Bryce was broke. No, that guy's a multi-millionaire in less than a year. To go from 0 to 7 figures, it all makes sense. So guys, just keep running. Just this message hitting deeper than it should. This is hitting deeper. But yeah, Clay, back over to you, bro.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm just ready to run right now. You know, I am just ready. You know, I am already running in my mind. You know, and I wish that you guys, I could be in the environment like you guys around me right now, because I am just pumped up. Like, I am excited because already in my mind, I'm seeing the amount of success stories that are being created. I'm seeing the amount of people that are achieving their goals, their dreams. People are really getting the things that they want. And even right now, like, if you can't see it, right? If you can't believe it right now, I want you to write our belief. You know, I want you to write our vision. Lock into what someone else is seeing right now for you until you can personally believe it, right? Because sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need to buy into someone else until we can buy into ourselves, right? And that's what's going to happen. That's what has to happen here right now. You know, I'm so confident, right? I have so much faith and belief right now. I am so happy and grateful right now that there are thousands of success stories being created in this organization, right? It is already done. It has already happened. And for you guys, you've got to personally believe that, right? Because this will start with your personal belief. This will start with your faith. And all you need is a mustard seed of faith. You just have to believe a little bit, right? You just have to have faith a little bit, because it hasn't happened as yet, right? It hasn't happened for us as yet. Let me say for you guys as yet, right? It hasn't happened for you as yet, but you got to have that personal faith and belief that it's happened, right? Not that it's happening, but it has already happened. It has already been done. It's already been created. Your success is already there. It's now for you to walk into it, right? Doors are literally flying open right now, and you just gonna walk through that door, right? The path has been paved. The journey is there for you to go on. No, it's just to go on it, right? And you gotta personally come to grips with, I am getting this. I have already got the success. I ran the race, right? Just run. That's it. And I want everybody right now, even as you're on your social medias, you know, go on social media, hashtag make a post in your Instagram stories or Facebook, whatever it is, and hashtag just run. Right? I saw Stefan was on this call, just went on Instagram. I saw Stefan posted a video of him running, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? Already, you got to be running in your mind, right? It starts now. It starts with the belief, right? It starts with the belief. And like I said, if you don't believe it personally right now, buy into someone else's belief. Look at the word believe. Type the word believe in the chat, guys. I want you guys to see this thing, because It's not by chance that we're talking about this right now, right? Type believe in the word chat in the chat right now, right? And as you type it, really look at this word, because all of you, I know all of you are not going to believe, right? All of you are not going to believe personally that you can attain this success, that you can attain, whatever might be your goals and dreams. But if you look at this word believe, right? Look at what Akeem just typed right there, right? Light. Look in the middle of the word believe. You've got the word light in the middle. And what I mean is that you've got to lie to yourself until you start to believe it. Tell yourself something that is not so until it becomes so. That's how belief is formed. That's what it is. You are lying to yourself so much that you start to believe a thing, right? You're lying to yourself so much that you start to believe it. Your subconscious mind does not know what is real from what is not real, right? So you've got to tell it what is real. And this is what is real. Thousands of success stories are being created. 10 new six-figure earners have been created. I am one, right? Type I am one in the chat. I am one, right? I am one that have got the results. I am one that have achieved my goals and my dreams. I am one that have walked away from my job. I am one that is living the life that people dream of. I am one that is taking 2 vacations a year, 6 months each. I am one. You got to type I am one in the chat, because you have personally got to buy into it, right? You've got to personally believe it. So lie to yourself until it becomes your reality. And guys, I'm just fired up right now. I'm just fired up right now, because trust me when I tell you, a lot of more success stories are going to be created, man. Saki.
Yes, sir. So, guys, this is how we're going to close out the call, just to give you perspective. So we're going to be getting a whole bunch of merchandise and a whole bunch of content to really just brand the movement that we're going to be creating, or that we've created, right? Like Kai would have said, it's already done. And in order for us to really have this thing grow, not just go viral, but it has to get on the inside of us. It has to be in your heart. Even before you get a t-shirt, even before you get a brand to a band or your hand to represent, even before you get a sticker, you have to make up in your mind. Look at what Kai said. It all starts with your belief. It all starts with your belief, because it doesn't make any sense telling yourself that you are I am a success, I am a chairman, which is good. But if you deep down so you don't really believe that, it's not going to happen for you. So you got to make up in your mind. And how do you continue to firm up your belief? You got to keep coming on the calls. You got to plug in. You got to get experiences. You got to listen to the right things. You got to see the right things. You got to make sure that all of your senses are being are receiving information in a manner that firms up or strengthens your belief, because you can't expect to believe that you can be successful and you're hanging around or talking to people who don't want you to succeed. I don't want to talk about that for 2 seconds, because what happens is that we realize is that some individuals, they hang on to all the wrong people. Before they got involved in the industry of network marketing, they were partying a lot. They were spending a lot of time with people that like to drink a lot of alcohol. And there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that you shouldn't party. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink alcohol. I'm not saying you can't have fun. But if you're having more fun than you have funds, then I'm telling you, something is wrong. If you're having more fun than you have funds, then you are tricking yourself. Then you're doing the wrong thing. And what ends up happening is that people plug into people that have more fun than they have funds, and then they wonder why their bank account is not raising. They wonder why they can't get the results, is because their subconscious mind, their 5 senses that they need to be programmed to firm up their belief, is being programmed by somebody that doesn't have the results that they have. So you guys need to follow me on this and understand that the only way, or one of the only ways this thing is going to go to the next level, is if you go through a season of separation. You need to separate yourself from these individuals. I'm not saying you need to cut them off and never speak to them again, but you need to put priority on your success. You need to put priority on yourself, priority on your income, priority on where you want to go. Because if not, then all that's going to happen is that you're going to be a hamster on the wheel, and you're going to go through the emotions where you're not going to get the results. You know why? Because you're plugged in. You are the sum total of the top 5 people you spend the most time with. And if you look closely, and I tell people this, I can tell where a person is going, not just by what they say, you know, not just by how they dress, all those things, but who they hang around. We got too many people that get involved in the industry, but they don't want to let go of their past friends. They don't want, and I'm not saying you need to cut off people, but you need to understand that there's some people that are destined, have been assigned to you to help you succeed. And guess what? And this just came to me. I'm speaking to myself here too as well. There's some people that have been assigned to help you fail as well. There's some people that have been assigned to you to help you fail. I'm speaking to myself too, speaking to everyone on the line. Sometimes we think it's just about who we know and, you know, being around the right people. We got to make sure we're not around the wrong people. We're not around the wrong people. I thank God for Chad. If not for Chad Thompson, my life would not be the way it is today. Chad, if not for Imran Richards, and some of you may never know who he is, right? But I honor him because he introduced me to the industry, network marketing, that put me on to Chad, and now I am free. According to guys in Trinidad, be free. Felt like a bird, and now I'm free. Because at the end of the day, the association that we keep, and I'm not saying that you can't spend some time and have some fun. I'm not telling you how to live your life, but I'm telling you, and I'm gonna say this one last time, if you're having more fun than you have funds, that's a recipe for disaster. So we're gonna get the merchandise created, and this is what will happen. Everyone that's going to convention, we're gonna unleash at convention. At the I Am convention, we're gonna show individuals who the takeover is. With our branding, with our merchandise, everyone, especially when we're going through the airport, we're gonna get one of our graphic leaders, one of our graphic designers to create a graphic for a t-shirt for us that we can rock. And we're gonna get some merch done. And everyone that has bought into the idea, has bought into the campaign, this is what I believe. This is what I know. That you are going to succeed because it will be many of us, hundreds of us, on the same page. One team, one dream. Please write that down. Right now, it's one team, but many different dreams. Right? Which is fine, but it is not as good as it could be. We all need to buy into the overall dream. And I know some people have a negative mindset. Some people have poverty mindset. Some people still don't like the idea. In our group, and I'm going to say this boldly because, you know, I'm that type of leader that I confront stuff. Some people just don't like the idea that Kai and Akeem are chairmen. And they remove themselves because they have a poverty mindset that says it's making Kai and Akeem rich. That's sad, because if I thought that I was making Chad Thompson rich, or if I thought that I was making David Immaniti rich, or if I thought that I was making Alex Morton rich, I probably would still be poor today. I'm telling you, I took away that mentality because it's not even about making somebody else rich. It's about understanding that I can never become rich without enriching others. That's part of the process. And because you have been assigned to our group, and you will know if you're assigned. Let me make that clear. You will know if you've been assigned to our group. And because you have been assigned to our group, you are part of this success process. I know who's assigned and who's not. I mean, every now and then, some people shock me when they quit and they never rejoin. Every now and then, like once a year, somebody quits that I told myself, all right, this person is in it for the long haul. And until we get to a point where it is one team, one dream, one band, one song, one goal, one vision, then Chairman 25, Chairman 50, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight, and it's not supposed to be a fight. If it's supposed to be a fight, then the fight should create something inside of us that makes the fight again easier. Every single fight that you have should not be the same fight.
Get stronger.
You should get stronger. Exactly. Every fight that you have should not be the same fight. That's why I tell people the hardest thing, and this is what if you look at the people that are successful, you know what they say? The hardest thing to do is to make your first million. Anybody ever heard that quote before? Making your first million is the hardest. It's the same thing with this industry. Going chairman at first is the hardest thing to do. Going platinum, or let's say platinum 2000. Because this is what I know. If you can go platinum 2000 or more so, yeah, because 2000 is 2075. If you can go platinum 5000, you can go chairman. Because that jump from P2 from 75 to 225, that separates the sheep from the masses.
That's right.
The sheep from the shepherds. Do you say the sheep from the masses? Is that what you say?
We understand.
You're right, yeah, because I don't know. I've never heard that before. Sheep from the masses. But anyhow, yeah. So okay, I don't know sheep from the masses. I don't know where that came from. But you guys follow me. You guys follow me here. Something great is happening in this organization, and because of what we've experienced, guys, listen. Just to be transparent, because I'm gonna pass it over to Kai, and then we can close what they call. Just to be transparent, we had a big event in Barbados. You guys know this.
Massive.
A super event, the biggest event at that time in iMarket's life history was done in Barbados. Everybody thought that we were going to go chairman 50 from that event. I'm telling you, everybody thought so. The leaders in other organizations. What's his name?
Luke.
Gary McSween, Luke Kwame. Everybody said, "Yo, these boys from Barbados is done." Right? And guess what happened? After an event like that, you would think that we're gonna break a rank. And this is for somebody like needs to hear this. Our numbers went back. Can you imagine that? To go from 6,000 people in the gymnasium, believing that you're gonna break chairman 50, to then deranking and at one point being qualified as a platinum 2000. What? They take over the baddest organization in the entire Caribbean. 6,000 people heading to chairman 25, chairman 50, but to then three or 2 months later, they ranked at P2. And this is what I'm gonna say. If Kai and myself had said, "Oh my goodness, it's done." If Kai and myself had said, "Oh my goodness, they're talking about us because we didn't rank up. They're not giving us the respect that we deserve because we didn't go to a new level, and we took our foot off the gas." And sometimes taking your foot off the gas is not doing the work, it's taking your foot off the gas in your mind.
That's right.
Sometimes because you will get to a point, and I'm talking to leaders on this line, you will get to a point in this business where the work will become second nature to you. I can recruit in my sleep. Kai can recruit in his sleep. I get the impression that Danny's can do that as well, because every single month, certain leaders have been consistently on the leaderboards in our P150 chat. So we know that recruiting becomes part of who you are. But imagine because you can do it subconsciously, but if in your mind you have turned off or took your mind, or you took your foot off the pedal in your mind, then guess what? You're already defeated in your mind. And that's what's happening with some people. They're putting in the work, but they're defeated in their mind. And because you're defeated in your mind, subconsciously, it's affecting the way that you're building your business. That's why some people aren't saying yes, because subconsciously, you are probably vibrating at a level that's telling them to say no.
No, right.
That's what's happening. Because in order for somebody to say yes to you, you need to emit a certain energy. That's what we tell people, get excited. So it helps people see and believe in you as a leader. And if subconsciously you're not vibrating at a level that is attractive to them, then guess what? Let me use a different word. If you don't have the right vibe, because I know when people hear vibration, especially if you are super spiritual, then your mind goes the wrong way. But it's the same thing. Everything around us is vibrating. I went through this on a previous call, and that's what allows attraction to occur. When Kai and myself, and this is why we've been able to be successful for the last couple of years, 5 years strong, because we're vibrating at the same level, same mentality, same energy, same focus, same goals, same dream. Different expressions. Remember that. Different expressions, because Kai is a different person, I'm a different person, but we're on the same page. Think about it when you get married, about to get married, thinking about certain things and how it's supposed to function. We got to be on the same page. Think of you're in a relationship, all these different low points, right? So I'm saying all this to say that now that we have cast the vision, now that we have made it clear that we're going to run, we're going to just run, it's time for us to go to a new level. So Kai, over to you, brother. You can close up tonight's call.
Just run! Just run! Oh my goodness, man. Guys, drop some fire in the chat, man. Drop some fire in the chat. Drop some fire in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. For those of you that can't drop fire, type fire. Listen, man. Well, that's it. There's nothing left to be said. Now is just to do. The last thing I love what Akeem said, run in your mind, guys. Don't let your feet be moving and your mind be at a standstill. Right? Let us all move forward together. One team, one dream, right? One team, one dream. Remember, guys, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Just run. Right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. Just run. Here's what we're gonna do. It's how we're gonna end off the call. All over social media, we're gonna blast it all over the place. You're gonna hashtag the takeover, number one. Number two, you're gonna drop. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And last but not least, somebody guess it real quick. Guess it real quick. Put it in the chat. What do you think the last thing is? What's the last thing we're gonna put on social media,
Just
man?
run.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just run. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Just run. Let's put it out there. Let's go. Let's run. Let's get this done over the next however long it takes. We're gonna do this until, guys. So with that being said, Akeem, I'm gonna end off the call. Guys, have a fantastic night. And I look forward to seeing all the runners tomorrow, or rather tonight, right? So that we can definitely take this business, take our lives to the next level. With that being said, guys, have a great night. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just run. Just run. Let's go. We need some running music. Where's Ron? Let's go. Ah.
DJ Ron.